Are you allowing your feelings to control you, or are you controlling your feelings? For so much of my life, I really was a victim to everything. I allowed myself to believe that I couldn't control my thoughts, I couldn't control my feelings, and I was literally just a pawn being moved around without any say, right? Then I started with coaching and I realized like I actually get to think about what I think about and I get to choose what I focus on, right? There are feelings that are coming up, but they're always attached to a thought. So I was able to be like, okay, what would I rather think, right? What would I rather feel? How can I work this through so that I can get the results I want? And to be honest with you, I've been struggling with it a lot lately. And you know how we're so good at writing things off and being like, yeah, that's not a problem, right? Like, that's not a thing. It really is a thing. So I was noticing that I was avoiding going live. Like if you followed me, you know this is something that I don't enjoy. It's something I really struggle with. And God's really calling me to release control, which means no notes, right? It's really just praying and leaning on Holy Spirit and believing that He's going to deliver the message that He has. So it's been something that I've really been thinking about, honestly, for months, and I've just been avoiding. And I noticed the later it gets at night, the more I'm like, man, I don't feel like it. Like, I have to clean my cat litter. I need to get a shower. I'm tired. I just got home. You know, I have so many excuses, so many feelings. And I'm like, but am I going to let that decide how I show up or if I show up? So no, I'm not. So I told my husband, I said, give me 5. I'm going to hop on. I'm going to share what God gave me, and then we can actually get stuff done. So my thing for you is, where are you allowing your feelings to determine what you're going to do and what you're not going to do? And how can you choose to do something different? We miss out on so many opportunities because we allow ourselves to be distracted by our feelings. And not only are we missing out on opportunities, but people are missing out on hearing the message that God is giving us. I can make a post all day, right? I can sit there, I can critique the words, make sure the spelling's good, make this awesome graphic, but you're not going to hear the real me in those words. You're not going to hear my heart, and you're not going to hear my story the same way as when I use my voice. God gave me this voice for a reason, and I truly need to use it because it's a gift, right? He gives me the words, and as I speak, it's able to encourage others to step out of their struggles and start seeing that it's possible to do something different. So I encourage you really to pay attention to what you're doing and what you're not doing. Even if you write it in a journal, like let's say you struggle to get up and work out, right? Which that's me too. But really ask yourself, where's the struggle? Do you really not have time to do it? Or are you just making excuses because you don't want to? Because so many times we're making excuses and it's like, we make time for what we value. And you know, people will be like, that's not a thing. It's so true. It's so true. If you knew you could go to an ATM right now and withdraw $500 if you walk 5 miles in the snow, would you do it? Heck yeah, you do it because it's $500. No strings attached. You be showing up every single day to collect that money. So my question is, why aren't you showing up for you that way? And even more important, why aren't you showing up for God that way? Because when we're allowing our feelings to determine what we're doing, we're not allowing the Holy Spirit to do what He wants to do in and through us. And I just don't want to do that anymore, right? My goal is to listen to the Holy Spirit. I want to be in that flow. I crave that intimacy and knowing that what comes out of my mouth is directly from Him. So I'm no longer making excuses. I'm showing up, right? I really am. And I really encourage you to too. Don't allow yourself to see things as failures, right? To see things as you can't do it, but see yourself walking in that victory, knowing that God already fought that battle, that He already has it done, and He comes alongside you to help you accomplish the goal also. He will never leave you or forsake you or let you alone in something. And if He's called you to do something, He's going to equip you and He's going to see you through. So be encouraged. Start paying attention and start really noticing, like, what are you doing? What aren't you doing? Where are you struggling? And how can you start bringing that in prayer and asking God, okay, this is what I'm seeing. How do I shift? What can I do differently? What are you trying to show me? Because I promise you, He will show you and He will help you walk through it. It's one step at a time, right? You don't have to focus on the end. Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed by all the possibilities and what if, because we waste so many times and so much time doing that, and most of them don't even happen. Just allow yourself to know that you have the authority to walk in what God called you to do, and He's going to be with you in it. Start seeing the power that you have in him, right? Look at what the disciples did with the Holy Spirit living inside of them. We can do the same things if we take off all those limitations and stop believing the lies that we've told ourselves or that's been spoken over us. Do something different, right? Show up. Be who God created you to be and watch things change and shift. Not only do I want to do this for myself and to encourage my clients and to encourage other women to see what they can do, but I want my son to know what's possible, right? I don't want him to wait till he gets in his 30s and realize who God created him to be. I want him to see it now, and I want him to see it as I lead by example. Be the example, be the leader, show up, do the thing, and know that it's going to be incredibly beautiful, and you are going to see things you never imagined. God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we think or ask. So my question for you is, do you want to sit on the sideline and see everybody else walking in that abundant life? Or do you want to get in and believe that God's going to give you the skills you need to play the game and see the victory? If you have a passion and you're wondering how to walk in it, if you have a prayer request where you need somebody to come alongside you, I want you to know I'm here. You can message me it directly. You can message me in the comments, but I want to be that person. I want to be that person in your corner cheering you on. I know it's hard if you are trying to step out of the box without that support, but I want to be your support. Get a hold of me, do the thing, and I can't wait to see what God does in and through you.